Here to drop some knowledge on the matchup this weekend, the matchup, Michigan State and Oregon. Now, we know about Oregon's offense, averaging 45 points per game last year, but you've studied the film. What can you tell us the good of the Spartans that you think that needs to step up in Eugene to potentially win this game?
Well, Michigan State's defense is the most physical defense in the country, but that's not why they're a good matchup for Oregon necessarily. It's because of their communication. Oregon operates their plays so fast that defensive coordinators are afraid to signal in big changes in the scheme because they're afraid they can't get it called and run in time before the next snap. So defenses tend to stay very vanilla against Oregon. Michigan State doesn't have that problem. We can go back to the Rose Bowl last year against Stanford and see how they use their communication to win on defense. Now, in this play, they want to bring a blitz to the left side, and Stanford sees it. They want to run there, so they adjust to bring an extra blocker over there. Now, watch the defense. They'll change the front, they'll change the slant, and they'll bring a blitz from the opposite side. They do all that in the space of 5 seconds. And the reason they're able to do that is because of communication. Now, let's look at it again. Watch the middle linebacker. He does not look at the sideline at the coach for the call. Nobody looks at the sideline. They already know what they need to do. So they don't need to take that 3 to 4 seconds. And if they had done that, they would have been late getting this call in. But because they do it on the field, they can do it immediately. Now, I talked to defensive coordinator Pat Narduzzi in his office this spring, and he said that their defense is multiple, but it's simple. So they spend spring and summer teaching their defensive players defense, and the rest of the year they spend teaching them the opponent's offense so that they can do this on their own in real time. That way, Oregon will get something that they're not accustomed to seeing so often. That is a completely different defensive look from play to play.
Read and react now. Do they have enough to upset the Ducks in Eugene, though?
You know, this is a hard one for me to call because this team is very much like Stanford in a lot of ways, the Stanford team that beat them the last 2 years in a row. But I think Oregon has more track guys on the outside. Oregon's got more speed, and once that speed breaks into space a few times in this game, Oregon will make more big plays. I think Oregon wins this game on the strength of that.
Close game?
I think it'll be closer than people think. I think it'll be lower scoring than people think.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Michigan State is a 12-point underdog. That's their biggest spread as a dog in 5 years.